Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, where I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action, as usual here on the channel. If you're brand new to us, welcome to Lucky Loads 15. What I do is I make horse racing predictions in the format of a Lucky 15 bet each way normally. Sometimes we have some good days, sometimes we have some bad days. Absolute shocker today, which we'll just get into in a minute. But my overall purpose of this channel is to hopefully become one day horse racing journalist. I'm going back to university in September to study a Masters in Sports Broadcasting Journalism, and I'm hoping to go down the horse racing route. I absolutely love it. It's my main passion and my sport that I most keenly watch and absolutely love. I absolutely love horse racing, and it doesn't matter how many times I get losers up or I get winners up, if we ever do get any. I will just keep going, and I just like to thank you for all your support, all your comments and positive feedback that I've had since doing this channel. So bear with me. I hopefully will get there one day with at least some winners. So hopefully we'll have some winners tomorrow, which we'll get into in a minute. Like I said, we'll just do a quick recap on how today's ran. Well, rubbish really, absolutely rubbish. How hard can it be? The only ones we could probably even mention some note was grams and ounces, back in 4th place at Bath, but wasn't really in it. We had Night Circus. I can't even remember where it was now, but it was an absolutely terrible performance. Never was really in the race. Also as well, we selected Dachas at Kempton. Didn't feature, but got absolutely blown away by Mr. Minerals and the 910. Pretty disappointing performance there. And then we also had our nap, which is probably best not to follow, which was Regicide, which was not a bad performance in the sense that it ran well to start with, but absolutely outpaced and outgunned for that level, to be honest, and probably a little bit too high in the handicap, you could say. So all in all our selections ran rubbish, absolutely rubbish, and you're probably going to switch over now, not going to watch me, but I don't deter you. I think there are a few good horses that could possibly run today, and more better bets and at least that we put forward for today's horse racing action. So anyway, if you can bear with me, our first selection, we go to Haydock tomorrow in the 3 o'clock. Now, like I said yesterday, I'm going to be doing a nap and a long shot in these vlogs. This will kind of be my long shot in the sense that it's 8 to 1, which is kind of like a medium price, but I think it's probably my best chance, or it's my longest odds anyway tomorrow, for our Lucky 15. And the horse that we gone for here in the 3 o'clock is called Our Man in Havana, trained by the Tom Dascombe yard and will be ridden tomorrow by Richard Kingscote. These two have a formidable record at teaming up at this track, ride a lot of winners together, and this horse has had a few excuses on its previous starts. It's making its handicap debut tomorrow, which is off a workable mark of 68, so that doesn't look too bad there. The handicap hasn't been too harsh to it, and probably is open to progress this horse tomorrow because it hasn't had quite good ground yet. It's raced on the all-weather. Last time out the ground possibly was a little bit too soft, and I think you could maybe overlook a couple of those runs where it actually bumped into some really nice types, because they've received quite good handicap marks from the handicapper, and they've actually managed to hold their form. So and he wasn't too far beaten in those races as well. So 69 or 68 tomorrow, I should say, is a workable mark for this horse, Our Man in Havana. And with the red hot combination of Richard Kingscote and Tom Dascombe at Haydock, I definitely thought this was quite an interesting one on paper at 8 to 1. So that's going to be our long shot for today tomorrow. But anyway, that's that, and then we go on to Perth for our second selection. Now this will be my nap tomorrow, and the horse that we've gone for here is called A Million Times. Going to be ridden by Brian Hughes tomorrow, who's putting in a good challenge at the moment. He's riding a few winners all over the place up north. probably the best northern jockey there is over jumps to give Richard Johnson a challenge this year. He finished second in the jockey's title last year, and he's looking to maybe go one better for this season. This horse, A Million Times, is a course and distance specialist twice over, where it won twice at Perth last year. And I actually noticed in today's racing, especially if you had a look at Perth, a lot of the winners were course specialists. So I definitely think at this kind of track, it's definitely be handy to run well at Perth. It finished second on its seasonal reappearance a few weeks ago in a credible performance where it only just lost a length and a half down to a horse called Louvert, which was a Paul Nicholls horse. So that wasn't a bad return there. Trained by Jackie Stephen, who's quite a small stable. I've got to be fair, I haven't heard of that trainer before, so I'm not sure if she's a red hot trainer or not, but she's from a small stable. But Brian Hughes has ridden this horse before and's got a fair relationship with this horse. Currently 10-3 with bookmakers at the moment, which I thought at Nap was a pretty good price, considering if you actually look at the rivals running in this race tomorrow, there's not a lot of form to go on, a lot of horses out of form and turning up in what would probably be a little bit more of a weak race, and they've got a lot of question marks to prove, whereas this horse, A Million Times, comes here in good form, good performance after reappearance, and I definitely think this horse has got a good chance of winning tomorrow. So that's going to be my nap for tomorrow in the 3:10 at Perth, A Million Times. Our third selection tomorrow then sees us go over to the evening action on the flat at Newbury, and the horse that we've gone for is in the 7:30, and the horse that we've gone for is Special Relation. Trained by Hughie Morrison, who's been a little bit quiet recently on the winners, but that's not to deter you, because Jim Crowley takes the ride tomorrow, current champion jockey, but he could potentially lose his title this season to Sylvester de Souza, who's having a cracking season so far. But Jim Crowley, to be fair, last year was a little bit behind and actually did manage to claw back and win the champion jockey's title in the end towards the last couple of weeks, riding plenty of winners. So that's a good jockey booking for this horse. This horse is quite interesting because it won last time out at Pontefract after a seasonal break, so it'd be interesting to see if it can build on that performance. It's got a fair handicap mark as well. It's receiving quite a bit of weight from a lot of its other competitors tomorrow, and I thought 5-1, that was quite a good price there. Also as well, if you look at the pedigree, it's definitely suited to the longer trip, because on its first few runs it's been running over 7 furlongs and a mile. It's been up and trip by about 4 furlongs, and especially on the dam side, there's a lot of stamina in the pedigree. So all in all, I thought Special Relation tomorrow at 5-1 was definitely a good chance to make the frame in the race. So that's who we've gone for there, Special Relation. Our last selection tomorrow sees us go on what was nearly my nap, but I just thought maybe a little bit too of a wide open field to suggest that this horse was a dead cert to win, but I definitely think this horse will definitely be in the frame tomorrow at least. And the horse is called Angel of Darkness, trained by Charles Hills, and a conditional jockey takes a ride in Callum Shepherd, who's a very good conditional jockey. I don't know how many wins now he's got until he loses his claim, but anyway, he'll be able to use a £3 claim here. Got a good relationship with this horse because it's in very good red hot form at the moment. It's gone handicapping in its last few starts, and it's had 2 wins and 2 second places, and it was only just beaten. It has been running a little bit between 6 and 7 furlongs, but all of its runs and wins so far where it's won have come over 6 furlongs, which it will be returning to tomorrow. Last time out, actually, it was leading towards the finish over the furlong pole left to go at Newmarket, but it just got headed in the end when it got to the 7 furlong and finishing point. So overall, the drop back in trip will suit this horse tomorrow. I thought it was very interesting. It's still workable mark. It's 85. He has been going up through the weights, but he still remains unexposed. It's quite lightly raced still. Got a good relationship with the jockey. Charles Hills is a good trainer as well, and I definitely thought 7-1 with bookmakers at the moment, that's definitely a good price for this horse to make the frame tomorrow. But anyway, that's our lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow. Sorry about the poor quality of filming tonight. I'm going to make an excuse. I know it's absolutely boiling. I always do these videos off the cuff, you know, just in one take. So when I get better, I will edit them the more I get some experience in the technology side. But that's what I think will run well tomorrow. Let us know in the comments box below who you think might run well. Also as well, follow us on Twitter at LuckyLoaders15. We're getting a bit better on Twitter now, getting a few more followers. You can also follow us on Facebook as well, but we're not on Facebook so much. But I do plan to hopefully get a bit more involved with Facebook, but I just really prefer Twitter for promotion. I find it a lot more better, and also a lot more you guys out there seem to prefer Twitter than Facebook. Also as well, don't have to gamble on my bets. Don't, if you are going to have a bet, don't gamble loads, because I don't think the dead certs tomorrow, but apart from my nap obviously a million times. But yeah, you don't always have to do them. You can even go against me if you want. I've noticed one or two of you have actually been giving your predictions of what you think will win the race, and you don't always agree, and I like that. I like seeing the variety of what people think are going to run well as well. Also as well, please subscribe to us on the channel here. We do have, like I say, more long-term goals on this channel. Hopefully maybe getting out there and doing some more filming at race courses. We have done that on Twitter if you have followed us. We have gone to a few racetracks now and actually broadcast live from the parade ring. Got a very busy schedule, I've got to admit, over the next month or so it might be quite hard to squeeze a visit into a race course, but I will try and see if we can get one or two over the next month or two. So we could possibly do that, but I want to maybe get involved with going to some stables, doing a bit of filming there, having maybe an interview with the trainer, even if there was a jockey or some of the groom staff, to see what their day today in job is all about, and what it's like about taking to a horse to the race course. What's the expectations? Is it expecting to win, or is it expecting just to put in a good performance, and if it comes third, get quite a bit of prize money? Job well done. So that's something I'm really interested to possibly explore with this channel. But anyway, you've been watching Lucky Loaders 15. Like I say, gamble responsibly, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.